Hi, it's Kim from Chatterbox Quilts. Today I'm showing you my latest vintage sewing machine purchase. It's actually a Singer 1597 model. So you can see it here. It came in the cabinet and it came with the stool I'm sitting on right now, which is always nice. Hard to get the stools a lot of times. And let me show you a little bit about this machine and talk about why I got it. So usually the machine folds down into the cabinet and it all folds up, so it's nice and compact. There's a drawer on the front as well, so you can put items in that. And you can see that it is black. You can see that it's got some of the decals are worn off in the front, although you can see them on the back. I'm going to spin it around and show you a little bit more of it. So you can see here it comes with the nice, I don't know whether it's looks like a fleur-de-lis to me, but kind of a leafy faceplate on it. So it's not just a striated one, so that's quite pretty. And of course it's got that on the back plate as well. So that looks really nice. You had a chance to see some of the decals on the front of it as well. These are called RAF decals. They look like the Royal Air Force sort of, if you had the one in the middle, which I can't see. It's usually an eagle and it's been worn off, unfortunately. But you can see the other ones on the front of the machine. And I'm going to turn it around again so you can get a better look. So you can see them on the front of the machine. They're also on the back here too, on the top part of the machine. It's on the back as well. You can see those. They look like sort of radio waves, if you will, or lightning bolts, things like that. So I don't have a machine that has those decals on it. I have never seen one of those actually. So I was interested to get it for that reason. I thought I was buying, I knew it was a 15 model. I thought it was a 1590 maybe. Then when I got it, it came with the book and everything. So it's actually a 1597. So a little bit different. I think it has a bit of a different tension adjustment than some of the 1591 anyway, and the 1590 I believe. Also, it doesn't have a reverse stitch on it. So they do, it doesn't. The other thing you'll notice about it on the front here, and I can't see because I'm on the back, but here is there's a badge on it. And this comes from the CNE, the Canadian National Exposition, about 1938, I believe. So I have never ever seen a machine with that badge on it at all. Now the Canadian National Exhibition happens every year in Toronto, end of August, I believe it is. Somewhere in that range anyway. Big exposition, and I guess they had special branded Singer machines that you could buy there. So that was really what attracted me to this machine in the first place, was that badge and the decals on it, even though, as I say, they're obviously worn. But otherwise, it's in not bad shape for a machine that old. It certainly needs a bit of wiring done on it at the back. The wiring to the light is not looking great. So some of it's not looking so good, but I can do that. That's not a problem. It also came with its attachments. So you see the regular Singer box, so there's all the attachments in it. It came with the manual, like I said, which is great. And it also came with some extra accessories you would have bought for it. So a buttonhole attachment. There's actually two buttonhole attachments. The one in the green case, which I think is probably a little older, I think, than the other one. So it came with all its attachments, its little buttonhole cams, and the instruction manual. So that's really nice. This particular one, and here's where I have the instruction manual for the machine itself. It looks like this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this one's actually older. Okay, but anyway, they're different, right? So I'm going to take a closer look at those. And the other thing it came with was this hem stitcher. Now, I don't have a hem stitcher. I have different buttonhole attachments, but I don't have a hem stitcher. And it came with its instruction manual, and all the parts that you need are inside here, I hope, anyway. So I've got to take a closer look at this little machine because it's kind of cool looking, right? So I don't have one of those. So it came with all these extra pieces, which is great. It came with some other things as well, like some extra bias binding, some sewing things like that. But it also came with this Singer sewing book. And I don't have one of these at all. And so I was interested to see this particular one. And this came out in 1949, this particular book. But it runs you through all kinds of stitching that you can do. So all kinds of seams, all kinds of garment sewing, fitting problems, all kinds of things here. So it's just a wealth of information. And one of the things I like the best about it that I think is kind of fun is that it has some colored pictures in it. So you can see, you know, some of the living rooms of the day, as it were. So you can see the fabrics that they're using, and you can see the colors and things like that. So that's kind of fun. The book itself is in excellent condition. I don't know whether the person who had it never used it. I don't know. But anyway, it's just really interesting to have that. And it gives you a snapshot into that time period, which I absolutely love. I mean, that's what these machines do in the first place. And the book certainly gives me information about the techniques at the time. But I'm happy with this one. I haven't done anything with it or the cabinet yet. I haven't restored it yet or refurbished it at all, but I'll be doing that eventually. If you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up below as well.